Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again on Arizona Dreams. Today we are venturing out to the Southeast Valley, to Santan Valley. I can't call it the town of or village because it's a census incorporated place. Santan Valley, just south of Queen Creek, north of Florence. Throw in some Apache Junction somewhere on the border, and Santan Mountain, as well as Gila River Indian community. So I was going to take you into Encanterra Country Club, but it's private members only, and that's also the home of a spa, which I don't have the name off the top of my head right now, but those were two of the big things that you're supposed to check out when you're in Santan Valley. Santan Valley, before the housing market crash, was a big boom for master plan communities. Most of them revolved around golf, right? So they would put in a golf course, and then you'd get communities like Johnson Ranch. And so you have the Johnson Ranch Golf Course. This is J.O. Combs Middle School, right here on my right. I'll interrupt with that. Decent sized middle school. I'm going to go on record and say that the schools in Santan Valley, quite frankly, are not all that. There was one that was decently rated, and that was an academy, the ALA of Santan Valley, and I think that was a 7. Otherwise, it wasn't all that good, and it was J.O. Combs Unified School District and Florence Unified School District. So, because again, they're not actually a town or anything, they don't have their own school district per se. And you'll find that overruns into Queen Creek as well. So some of the fall over in there. This is one of the neighborhoods. And you can see that got a tumbleweed in the road. The houses are a little bit smaller. They're not as big as even what we've seen in nearby Queen Creek. And they're a little more affordable here. But the architecture is standard. This is the same valley architecture that you get pretty much everywhere we've been so far. Just really has been the size of the lot. And you see there's homes that are for sale. There's, I'm sure, a few that are for sale. There's another one right there. They do have, again, remember I said that a lot of the communities will throw these little parks and small green spaces in. Looks like they've got a half-court basketball court back there, and a nice little jungle gym and some green grass for the kids to play on. Let's talk about some housing costs while we're trolling through the neighborhoods. The average sale, or median sale, $198,000. The average listing, $210,000. So similar to what we've seen in some of the other areas, the listing price is always a little bit higher than what the sale price is. Now, they've got an interstate that's not an interstate, a state route that's planned to come in here to help connect Santan Valley, Queen Creek, Apache Junction, and that stuff back up to 60, 101. This is probably the most affordable areas that we've been to so far. Speaking of where we're at and so forth, this is not Maricopa County, this is now Pinal County. So even though it's considered still a suburb of Phoenix, and it's considered the Southeast Valley, just know that we've left Maricopa and we're now into Pinal County. Some of these houses are a little bit bigger as we dig deeper into the neighborhood, as you can see. And this is a younger community. This is also a community that is trying to build itself on family-oriented starter homes. So it's going to be a younger community in that aspect. Again, community mailboxes. The population, and it hasn't really changed from the census between 2010 and 2015, and it's actually the only data that I could find. I couldn't find much else. Everything pointed back to the census data. 81,000, give or take. That said, this area is supposed to be growing considerably over the next few years, and if they can find some ways to anchor it in and tie it back into the valley, I'm sure that will happen, because right now you're getting houses like this that are pretty good size homes for not nearly as much as what you would spend, say, in Gilbert or South Chandler, Albuquerque, on up into Scottsdale and stuff like that. So we're leaving out of the neighborhoods now, and you see the mountain view still, and there's some Dairy Queen and children singing. Going back to some of the data that I like to give you guys, 78% white plus or minus, 23% Hispanic plus or minus, 8% other races, and then 5% black. Again, that's based off of census data over 5 years, so those percentages won't add to 100 if you're wondering why they don't. And you can also still see some of the heritage of farmland that this was. Remember, I said that most of the new development centered around golf courses. There's another one right there to the right. I don't know which golf course that is, but we are coming into some retail. I'm not aware of a huge mall type of a scenario in Santan, but there are strips where we get things like Big O Tires and Dunkin' Donuts. It's still rural in some aspects, but again, there's a lot of prediction that this area of the Southeast Valley, Queen Creek, Chandler Heights, even Apache Junction and Santan Valley and Florence are supposed to see some considerable growth, just given the fact that Phoenix continues to grow. There's no place really for people to go but out to the outskirts. So you're seeing some Walgreens. We saw Fry's already. There's plenty of gas stations around. I'm not sure if there's a Bashas' around here, but there's probably an Albertsons too. So again, there's some more of the retail opportunities. This is a little place, it's a tattoo shop. Looks like a couple of other shops in there. There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's a lot of building going on. I did verify there's not a mall in Santan Valley. One of the things that I've noticed, even though there's listed 81,000 population, everything is being referred out to Queen Creek and Florence. There's an Ironwood Crossing is another neighborhood. Taylor Ranch is another planned neighborhood. So there's a lot of housing here, but it looks like all the entertainment stuff, for the most part, is sending you out of the area back into Queen Creek. But some of it goes to Florence. You still have the beautiful views of the mountains. There's no doubt that this is a great area as far as looks. You know, you can't beat the scenery of the mountains. Santan, as I said, Santan Mountain is one of the borders for Santan Valley. So we're about 3.5 miles outside of Arizona Speedway, and it is what it sounds like. It's a big raceway. So you are seeing some of the contrast. This is a nice big, apparently RV storage, and I don't think anybody's actually living in there. It looks like it's all storage. But this is really undeveloped land, and I'm not sure if this is reservation land or not. This may be Gila River property. Wide open. So this is the Arizona Speedway, and you can see the monster trucks Friday and Saturday nights, 7 p.m. And there's some actually sitting out there. So that, I guess, is cool. You can see it's a dirt track. You can kind of see through there. Not all that impressive. Not exactly what we were thinking it was. So, but I guess it's one of the draws for out here. I don't know that was really worth the drive. Combs High School is straight down that way, and they're saying it's an A+ schools of excellence rating, but that's not what grade schools was showing. That doesn't mean that it's not a better school. It just means that grade schools rating wasn't agreeing with that. All right, so now we are heading on out of Santan. I have to apologize. There's not a lot that was going on, and maybe because I just don't know my way around the area. But this is Ironwood. It's another master plan community on my left. A lot of master plan communities, so there's got to be stuff around. I just don't know where it is. So, anyways, you know the drill. subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and check back for the next video. I'm not sure where we're going to go next. And we appreciate you tuning in. Take care.